feed you. Some seas feed on you. Tonight, our signal drifts in on fog. A voice carried from a ship called the Mercy Jane, lost somewhere between hunger and prayer. They say a vessel's heart is its engine, but the heart we'll hear from tonight beats lower, hotter, inside the galley, where supper turns to sermon and the sea learns to answer back. This is Murderous Tongues Radio. I'm Nora Vale, and this is Vale After Dark. Our story tonight, the Cannibal Sea.
They say a ship's heart is its engine, but that's only true of vessels that intend to come home. The Mercy Jane had me. Black iron, thick-walled, bolted to a stove that coughed when the diesel did. I don't beat. I boil. I keep men together when weather wants them solitary. No one asks a pot for opinions. That is why men speak truth around me. They prayed that morning, not with hands, but with hunger. Men pray best when they don't know they're praying. A wish dropped into seawater does not stay a wish for long. Salt hears too well. They had been out too long. Men grow tender when the waves name them. Sykes kissed a penny before tossing it overboard. Leary tapped 2 fingers on the rail, the way his father did before killing hogs. Tommy whispered his sister's name, though she was alive and nowhere near drowning. Mallory stared at the horizon, jaw clenched like a hinge about to snap. Reeves wiped my rim like I could answer him. "Give us plenty," he murmured into my steam, not knowing prayer has teeth. The first day of our last week, the nets came up wrong. Heavy with shine, light with luck. Fish slid across the deck like coins choosing where to rest. Reeves, the cook, hands scarred by every stove he ever trusted, grinned without teeth. "Providence," he muttered, crossing himself like a man trying to be remembered. He salted me to attention. Water quieted, then began its small anger. Fish went in silver and rose pale, skins loosening like paint surrendering to damp. You can tell a crew by how they watch a pot. These men lifted bowls as if hiding their faces from judgment. Mallory, the captain, ate standing, hat low, eyes on the porthole, hunting shapes. Leary slurped loud and called the taste copper hope. Tommy inhaled steam like it was teaching him the word home. Sykes swallowed, like a man taking medicine he deserved. Reeves tasted constantly, checking me for a fever only he believed in. Outside, the horizon flexed like steel before it snaps. The radio surrendered to static. The barometer fell politely, apologizing as it went. Night arrives in a galley first. Shadows take posts early. Men soften, thinking darkness has rules. Reeves hummed a hymn nobody taught him. Sykes whispered to the pipes, like comforting a tired horse. Leary murmured about underwater roads and lantern-lit harbours. Tommy spun my ladle in nervous circles, like fate could be stirred. Mallory stood in my reflection, a hat, a jaw, and a fear worn like rank. Then came the knocking. Not storm, not rope, not whale. A fingertip on iron, patient as prayer. "Someone out there," Tommy breathed to the deck. Fog clung low, thick enough to pretend it was land. Lanterns bit holes in it, and the dark swallowed them fast. Then, A rowboat, nudged into sight like a secret offered. In it, a man made of ribs and salt-burnt lips. Eyes deep enough to bury questions. They hauled him aboard because decency weighs more than doubt. Reeves offered a bowl. "That's yours," the stranger said. "I've already eaten." He smiled like a drowning man who intends to thank his rescuer with teeth. They wrapped him in wool. Nobody slept. Morning came without mercy. Sykes was gone. Bunk made, boots paired neatly like obedient dogs, a wrench on his pillow, gentle as regret. "Went over," Leary muttered, choosing the smallest lie that would carry. Mallory wrote nothing, a captain's prayer. The stranger sat at the rail, colour returning like reheated life. He did not eat, did not drink, watched the sea like it was speaking. "Mercy found me," he murmured. "You picked a hell of a name for a boat," Leary said. "Work is the lie men use to keep fear polite. Steel scrubbed, bolts checked, knives honed, cans counted, as if salt and duty could anchor a soul." By afternoon the water answered. Leary pointed starboard. "Roads," he whispered. "Lanterns. A whole harbour waiting." Tommy nodded, seeing or wanting to. It didn't matter. The sea rehearses its legends when men are ready to listen. Men cursed the ocean, but they caught it too. Every sailor sends a hunger into the deep, and hunger in seawater ferments. It grows teeth. Leary stepped over the rail, gentle as a man entering church. No splash, only subtraction. "Night takes the talkers first," Reeves breathed. Mallory bolted the stranger in the forward locker. The lock never rattled. Chains do not protest when hunger is polite. After that, the ship breathed. The engine dropped into a new key, throat, not metal. Pipes sweated. Wood flexed like it remembered being bone. Reeves tasted the broth again and shivered. Dinner shouldn't taste honest like this. He did not look toward the locker. Morning, Reeves gone too. Apron folded, knife clean. Hope, quiet. Mallory checked the locker, unlocked, empty, warm, like someone not finished leaving. Then, chewing, wet, polite, patient, the sound of gratitude sharpened to appetite. Mallory lifted my lid, salt ring, heat without flame. Lantern light caught the truth. Tommy, slumped in the cook's chair, shirt open, chest undone, peaceful. And the stranger crouched beside him, eating with reverence. He looked up, kind, almost grateful. "You made me a place to eat." Mallory's voice arrived small, afraid to disturb truth. "But you're not hungry." The stranger smiled like mercy sharpened by hunger. "I am not here to hunger," he said. "I am here to answer. And you asked." Light left. The captain stepped backward from his choice, then into it. Days, or things shaped like days, passed. Fog pressed close, as if listening. I cooled, yet stayed warm. Iron obeys memory before physics. Another vessel found us. Wrong place, wrong blessing. Boots cautious. Voices hushed. Chairs tucked. Bunks made. A ship pretending its crew just stepped out for air. Only I betrayed the truth. Warm. Damp. Waiting. Inside me, not fish, not flesh, not stew, something between. Blue-green meat arguing with the light, as if deciding what world to belong to. The bosun saw it and stopped breathing in the usual way. He crossed himself, slow, not out of piety, but apology. A young deckhand leaned forward, curiosity still alive in him. "What is that?" he whispered. The bosun didn't answer at first. Old sailors choose their words like sailors choose storms. "Dreamfish," he finally said, voice low enough to hide in the timbers. The boy blinked. "That's just a story." "Stories don't shine like that," the old man said. "And legends don't warm iron." The boy swallowed. "So, poison?" The bosun shook his head. "Poison kills the body clean. This one feeds the wanting part. Makes a man drink his own longing till he forgets his name." The deckhand stared at the quiet galley, the neat plates, the tidy chairs. What did they want? The old sailor's gaze drifted to the fog, vast, patient, listening. "More," he said. And the sea heard him. He placed his palm on my rim, gentle as a goodbye. "Haul back to our ship," he ordered. "No shouting. No turning your back to the water." No one argued. Questions stayed where they belonged, inside the throat, sharp as hooks. That night, the bosun poured rum into the sea, not to honor the dead, to soothe the water. "You don't feed on dreamfish," he muttered. "It feeds on you." He didn't say another word. Didn't need to. Some prayers sound like hunger, and the ocean keeps its receipts. I remain. Iron remembers. Iron keeps. Iron never cools completely. If you press your ear to me, you will not hear waves. You will hear longing stacking itself like tide, men flooding toward a want they mistook for purpose. For it was never storm, or hunger, or madness that took them. They did not lose their minds. They offered them. Piece by piece, wish by wish. A prayer is just a hunger wearing manners, and the sea hears hunger the way wolves hear footsteps. The stranger, he was not a survivor. He was not starving. He was not saved. He was the shape an answer takes when men ask the ocean for more than it ever promised. Not born, answered. Not hungry, invited. A door, wearing a face polite enough to be welcomed aboard. They prayed for bounty. They prayed for deliverance. They prayed for something to fill them. He arrived to do only that. They did not imagine him. He imagined them first. Because they asked, and something listened. They asked. He arrived. We served. The sea is not cruel. Cruelty requires choice. The sea only fulfills what is offered to it, and we, well, we were good hosts.
Funny thing, scientists will tell you Sarpa salpa just makes sailors see things. A little Mediterranean fish with a big reputation. They call it the dreamfish. Hallucinogenic effects, they say. Just some neurotoxins. Poor boys ate the wrong fillet. Visions, confusion. Wrap it in Latin, stamp it with science, and poof, mystery solved. A neat little band-aid for the impossible. But tell me, sugar, have you ever seen madness set at dinner table? Fold napkins. Wipe its mouth before it eats you. No, that wasn't chemistry. That was hospitality. Those boys prayed into the waves with hungry hearts, and the sea, generous old god that she is, sent something with good manners and an appetite. Men always think they're doing the hunting, right up until something answers. Never whisper your longing to the ocean. Loneliness in deep water has teeth, and oh, does it love a polite invitation. So sleep tight, my midnight creatures. Lock your windows, kiss your regrets goodnight, and if you wake thirsty, don't you dare drink from the tide. This is Nora Vale, your late-night lighthouse keeper and collector of bad decisions, signing off until the next voice washes up. And if you hear someone knocking out there in the fog, don't open the door. Some answers arrive hungry. Pleasant dreams, if you can keep them.